Jesus is God.
Go closer, go closer. Yeah, you gotta go in it.
All of a sudden, I don't know what to talk in that mic.
You gotta go wrong in it.
I had to put my mouth right on it. It's a lot.
Yeah.
All right. You'll see now here. Yes, I have to put your lips right on it, apparently.
Yes, you do.
It's wild. Imagine Jammette don't know how to talk on mic.
No,
Wow.
no. You.
Wow. Wow. Start your show, please, because this bullying that I am taking.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Etc. Welcome, happy Monday. It is things we back. It's Calypso History Month, the month of October in Trinidad and Tobago. And there's a treat for our lovely Jammette Nation. We've decided to join you on a Monday so we could talk. We could engage in some meaningful discussion about who and what and why, when, how, and how come Calypso. I'm Tyker Giselle. This is my lovely co-host, Miss Gerelle Forbes. I hope you can hear us out there.
Hello? No, you want to play where it is? Yeah, please make out, here we? Wow.
And so we got...
Wait, it really was too much? Oh, damn, sorry.
we got homework to do last week. And so I hope you all did your homework and have joined us this evening with your notebook and tool. I have mine. I also would like to let you know that if you don't have a notebook or a piece of paper, pen and thing, get it ready because we're going to have a class, we're going to have a session, a whiteboard is coming out. I have my whiteboard markers. We're going to get into the study in here now because we have to know what we're talking about to go out into the world.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out because it seems very blurred and there's no written, well, not enough rather, written, I can't just call it history because you have Calypso books or books on Calypso that include Calypso, but it more speaks of the culture and not necessarily music theory supporting that. And I feel like it's 2025. Like we should have the conversation. We want to, as a society, boast of Calypso being the mother of so many genres, but then we ourselves can't really describe what Calypso is as a genre and what ingredients or elements rather Calypso give to other or subgenres, and then the reality of the Caribbean on a whole. Each of the islands having their own evolution or versions of Calypso itself. Yes. So we're gonna have a conversation today where we really sit down and critically explore the definitions, and so that we can get a better sense of understanding immediately for ourselves. And we're just sharing that discussion with you, and we welcome feedback on it. So we expect you to actively use the comment section
and participate in class.
Yeah, if an idea pops up and something comes to mind or a reference, please throw it in because that's what healthy discussion is about. So yeah, today that's what we going deeper into the genre itself so that we can understand for our own clarity. That way we could stop follow other people things, right?
Yes, and so I want to backtrack and go through what the 4 categories were you gave us last week.
Okay, so
I remember Calypso, Extempo, Lavway, we missing.
Kaiso, Soca, Extempo, Lavway.
Okay.
Because Calypso is... I treated Calypso exclusively as a rhythm, a rhythmic pattern. The right. Calypso rhythm. That's the Calypso rhythm. If you have any drummers listening on, they could better let me know, which specific tribe or part of Africa itself it could be rooted in.
Well, it could only be one on the west. So that is Nigeria, that is Ghana.
That man say your mic turn wrong.
My mic turn, no sir. My mic is proper.
You see? You had a see. Oh, is it this side? You had a talk, you see.
Uh-huh.
That is the nicest thing you ever say to me, Wanky. Yeah. Wow. But the hidden now what?
Right, so I'm speaking into the thing. We have the homework.
Much better. Right,
Right.
okay.
So the categories out of Calypso beat is Kaiso, Soca, Extempo, and Lavwe. And you went through what those were last
And I
week.
only chose those four because those are the four main ones that more or less this ours. Trinbago build on and how it fits in our society. So Kaiso is where we do active listening as an audience. Soca is still storytelling. They're all versions of storytelling. Soca is more to encourage movement, directions, instructions, that kind of vibes. Lavwe is when we're really trying to narrow into specific energies, hence the repetition of it because it's closer to manifestation type vibes. And extempo is where we do freestyling and battling. Yeah, because there is just freestyle, but we do play extempo, especially with the refrain Santi Manite, which means no mercy. It's a battle. You are meant to attack your opponent lyrically. And these are things that, a pole, I guess, hip hop have pillars. I guess for Trinbago, those are the pillars of Calypso here, I guess.
Right. Okay. All right. So where we going from here?
That you!
Well, I had to bring the board. I don't know you just went to the board so soon.
We had told me to do it. How much time you feel we had it? Ooh. Wanky had to get the mic to stand up, she say. Wow. I hope you don't have that statement made to you often enough.
Right. Tell me if I can see the board.
You need to pull it back.
Tell me if I can see the board.
I could hold it back for you. I have room in the back here. Right, so we're getting ready. Tyker really put in the effort from, throughout the week. And part of that conversation was doing some research on the evolutions and, the different titles of the Calypso. Especially as the younger generation has been putting their own labels on it. Which made it, for us, I would like to say, a little more difficult to understand what we're doing. So we stopped looking at the current situation and decided to apply our Sankofa, which is to go back. Know where you come from to know where you're going. You need me to hold the mic to your mouth?
No, you can
I can hold the board. Okay, right.
No,
okay.
no, leave it.
Leave it here.
there.
I have it.
Leave it slanted so.
All right, okay.
Right, and I can see the TV from there. Great, lovely. Guys, we need to get a monitor in the studio. If anybody is willing to donate one, we would be, willing. So, I can see it on the television here. Welcome to Michael and Nicole and the others in the chat. Lovely, welcome. So, on the side here, you have many various stemmings, is the word we will use, stemmings, from the Calypso, which is in the center. Nail it in the center. Right? In the center there, we have Calypso. Say it with me, class. Calypso. Lovely. And coming out of Calypso, right now, what we're really trying to do is to narrow down the genres inside of the genres. It's a genre. So the subgenres. Mind you, we have sub-genres.
Yeah, boy.
Genres because we...
Wait,
Now,
them is not sponsors.
we have to be very proud of ourselves as a culture that we have done so many beautiful things with music.
Yeah, boy.
We really are geniuses.
Yeah, boy.
But before we get to the Calypso, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to look in the corner over here to this blue section here with this lovely cloud that says West Africa. Now, we cannot have this discussion without talking about the rhythms. And the rhythms come from Africa. right? Continent of Africa has gifted us many a thing when we were stolen and brought here. Our ancestors were stolen and brought, and those that came of their own free will and volition later in the European transatlantic slave trade. We need to put labels on
Miss,
things.
and we are not slaves. We were
Enslaved people, right? We need to adjust our language. So, Calypso, Trinidad and Tobago's Calypso has many branches coming out of it. And so you'll see these lines here. Those are branches of things that have made new subgenres within the genre. So, first on the thing, we will go down here and we will get soca.
Yeah, because
right?
he's the more popular guy.
He's very popular. And when you mix soca and parang from Venezuela, you get parang soca as well as soca parang.
Two different
genres.
I could continue.
Sure.
How Auntie Alicia Jagasa, the current president of National Parang Association and the lead for Los Alumnos de San Juan, teaches it to the public so that it's easy for them to understand. When you're listening to the song, your body naturally responds, right? S-O-N-G. When you listen to the song, your body. So if your body starts to move like a parandero, swaying from side to side and doing the frills, and all of a sudden you feel use Daisy Voise.
It's a parang.
It is a parang soca. Now, if you start to spread your hands and leg go and your waist start to do a thing when you're listening to the song, then you're responding to the soca rhythms or the soca elements of it, which is what makes it a soca parang. They are two different things.
Uncle Crazy is who came up with which one?
Soca parang.
Right. Soca parang.
I need to hear it.
Right? This is where he say, Yvonne, why is Christmas Day yet?
Yeah, because we're not
Yvonne,
knocking side to side with that.
will you have me
We
so
really.
confused? It's Christmas morning, look neighbors coming, and parang.
She is dancing up
You
a
have
storm.
don't know
Nobody
what
can
I'm
see
feeling.
this because it's a
Belly
whiteboard.
burning, belly griping,
Look, people laughing. Right, that is soca parang, which is
That
what
is
makes him the
soca
soca parang king.
The king of soca parang. Parang soca, well, you know, that is when Los Alumnos do over the Justin Bieber.
Yes, a lot of soca parang bands are rewriting popular songs to parancito. It's a parang groove. Yep.
Right, okay. So we have, listen, it have real singing in this episode today. So that is soca parang. Soca and parang soca. So that is a little mix and match there. Now, when you join up, you know, we like to join up because we are a multicultural people. We have an influence of America.
Yeah.
We could get them 2 seconds in the show. Hip hop, which is also based in West African beats and rhythms.
Let me do play.
Hip hop mixing with calypso gives you rapso. Right? Now, mind you, they would want to dispute, but that's because they're silly or they don't read. Calypso, also the calypso rhythm, the beat on the drum, contributed to the birth of reggae.
Yep.
If you are uncertain, go and Google it.
Yeah, and a lot of the Jamaicans are acknowledging it now, and
You will see
extending
footage
gratitude to Trinidad for
of
it.
producers, the early producers of reggae. They're digging up footage of them talking about the contribution of calypso rhythm and calypso music contributing to reggae. So when you put soca, reggae, and rapso together, which also have the element of the hip hop, you get raga soca.
Which is where Mr. Garland himself started.
Right, but we can't reach Garland yet because we need to stop off in rapso for 2 minutes.
Sure.
In rapso, for those of you who are not familiar, you have people like General Grant, started off as a rapso artist, Ataclan, Tree Canal. You have Ozzy Merrick, Rapso artists.
These are some of the men who still are around.
These are the men who are still around. The pioneers of
They could see
Rapso.
Tyker face teaching this.
The pioneers of Rapso are Cheryl Byron.
Push your face in. Let them
Oh
see you.
gosh. Cheryl, oh gosh,
Go
I
ahead.
mashed up myself. Cheryl Byron and Lancelot Cable Lane.
Bus 2 for Lancelot. That one
Right?
of my favorites.
Those are the pioneers of Rapso.
You think it's soft
In the ghetto?
Lancelot Lane.
Right. Now, the purpose of Rapso was to use the rhythms and beats of the Calypso, hence the so and the so,
I need a pull and try. Right.
to mesh in with the rapping, right? Or the rhythmic rhythm and poetry rap to discuss the things that were happening in our society at the time. No water to bathe. Potholes in the road. So you took the elements of what the Calypsonians' duty and responsibility was, tying it in with rhythm and poetry, the drum beats from West Africa to give you Rapso.
Can we elaborate a little bit more on that, especially in comparison to extempo? Extempo and Rapso are closer together than we would like to think. Where extempo is friendly, let's be very clear about that, friendly battles, lyrically, and usually set to specific melodies. So you don't have where you're writing a song, you can do what you want. No, it's strict. Whatever is the melody that is set is strict, and each opponent, they stay on that, and we just do verse, 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 verse. If there's a refrain between them, that's fine. Rapso leans more to the same aggressive lyrical styling, but at a social commentary level. So in this case, the Rapso artist was not like an extempo battling each other. No, we talking hard. I stand up on my soapbox and I talking hard. That's what Rapso's purpose was, which is so funny. And not funny, considering the world today where people have a lot to say, yet Rapso is the dying genre that it is.
Well, we will get to what is the new school thing in a minute.
Okay.
Let's go back to the thing. You have something more to add to the Rapso thing.
I want to add something else, and I'm only doing it just for mirroring so that people understand, because somehow we understand American culture better than we understand our own, and a lot of it is similar. Battle rap for America and for hip-hop is the equivalent of extempo for us. Rapso is the equivalent of when you're just listening to your rappers do a song, where they could do the production how they want. If they want to stop and add a bridge, and it's musical, so you could structure that as you please, except the artist is not melodic. The melodies you'd find more in the music. Just like in hip-hop, the producers will produce the back-end tracks or whatever, and the artists could do what they want in front of that. And so you're seeing where normal hip-hop rap flows mirrors what we do in Rapso versus battle rapping and extempo.
Right.
Yeah.
Good evening to Mr. Carrington, to Shania and Maya, and to Foxy Roxy in the chat. Dion say, oh, what's called this thing? He had to write. Anyway, you do your thing. The day when it's at school, you still at homework. You need to get it together. Right, so we talk about rap. So now we talking about raga soca. So people who would have dillied and dallied in between Rapso and Raga Soca is people like Granty, General Grant. Ataclan would have joined in the Raga Soca as well too, bigger patters. We would have also been introduced to the Asylum, which comprised of Bunji Garlin, Benjai, Treason, which is Menace, now M1. Ace, Criminal, now Crim. Kaylan was also,
I she was
the female in the team for a very long time. And then you had people like Black Lyrics, who would have gone between singing rapso and doing raga soca. Out of that, in the middle, there would also be people like Make It Happen, who would straddle between rapso, raga soca, and singing hip hop in a Trinidadian accent. So inside there, you would
Can we
get
stress that part? Because all it does play with Make It Happen. Get it to friggin' get her, right?
get up on the floor,
all you was singing with your American accent and rapping to your American accent. Make It Happen was rapping with his stinking dirty
Trinidad
tongue.
accent. Yeah.
And men was trying to, I go throw my brethren inside of that too. Pick up yourself funky. Sorry, macasmiastic. Yeah, give man he rap me, right?
Good thing I'm not drinking water.
But them fellas was in the native tongue. While your favorites now,
All of a sudden, everybody
all of
was
a
trying that
sudden,
accent.
remember they just talk Trini.
Anyhow, moving swiftly along. Also in the raga soca, there would be this gentleman. Oh gosh, who passed away? What is his name? Baby, you know. Blazer Dan. Blazer Dan was also a raga soca artist. So he would also be in that thing. I have my notes here, look at thing. Also, who I must mention, Curious Ringo. Curious Ringo would also be in between rapso and raga soca there as well. I call the names for all you to write down and do some homework. Go and Google and YouTube the people music and thing.
Yes, Dion, cheese pie and pack shoes.
shoes.
Let them know the artists are heads out here. Big up with DJ. Right, go ahead.
Right? No, I would put a little caveat there. I didn't add it to the chart. But those folks who were doing hip hop in a Trinidad and Tobago accent, people would like to say that it was rapso. But no, it is hip hop.
Yeah.
You have to differentiate it.
Yeah.
They are hip hop singers or artists, because hip hop, it was singing hip hop. Rappers who would also sing rapso.
Yeah. So we keeping in mind what the rhythmic beat is that
Yes.
the artist is rapping or singing on top of.
Yes. So hip hop, they would make like hip hop like beats that sound calypso-ish. So Frost of the Pro Trini group would make beats that are hip hop inspired,
But the
rhythm is
local
calypso
influence.
and rapso beats.
Yeah, so they
right?
would use iron, dodo,
Yes.
the African drums. You know.
Again, West Africa.
Yeah, we back to
Lovely.
West Africa.
So we're going back. So now we're going into what else has calypso birthed, or as the fakers would say, birthed. Calypso has also birthed gospelypso.
Let's go.
Gospelypso is a subgenre of calypso really pioneered by Chris Tambu Herbert after he left the Roots. What do you call them?
I try to remember
Charlie's
that.
Roots. You must remember Charlie, because Charlie is important, because the Roots is Questlove. You
That
understand?
is true.
Charlie's Roots, Pelham Goddard, and they had the little friend David Rudder, who took up for Tambu when he was sick, and they just leave David in the front.
Right.
And Chris found Jesus when he was away.
Because Jesus is below us.
And so in finding Jesus, he decided to mix, or he as well as other people, decided to lure, I shouldn't use the word lure,
You could do anything you want
to
Christ is
encourage listeners of calypso to turn to the church.
Yes.
And by way of using the rhythms
Of
and music of the calypso to sing the gospelypso. So what I have here is hymns. It is calypso plus hymns and scripture equals gospelypso. Give God a praise. Give God the glory.
my friend voice.
Dun, 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 today. Right?
Like
That
talk
is
the shit now.
that is Chris Tambu Herbert, who is also a gospelypso artist. Is one of my favorites, Sean Daniel, who has one of my favorite pan songs, which is Pan in Heaven. Think about it, Pan in Heaven. Think, hey, Hallelujah. Great song where he tells us about the history of pan and how the music of the pan is angelic. So we love that. Well, nowadays we have gospel and gospel plus soca. What's happening in here? We having disruptions in class? What's going on?
Not it. Sorry, miss.
Oh,
I was
Jesus.
passing notes. Miss, there's a question in the chat. Can I ask you?
Yes, it has dub dancehall roots as opposed to reggae. So it's a mix. Remember dancehall come from reggae, yeah?
Yes, let me get it right.
So the beat is a calypso / reggae beat. However, we would say because you do a dub plate and you get people on a rhythm, then there would be the dub / dance hall that would infiltrate
Wanky,
in
you could
the
say
thing.
here a bit more. Dub is more chanty, right?
Where am I?
Right by my mouth, ma'am.
No, his mic.
No, I don't know where he mic is. He mic not by my mouth. Let's get it right. You are he
Come
are
on,
your
keep
thing.
join the conversation.
Your fans want to see you too.
Well, you don't have to come in, but you could.
Apparently,
We
your
can hear
voices
you.
do things to these girl and them.
We can hear you.
They can hear me right now. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Could you all hear me right now?
Follow here, Wanky. Follow
If
here,
you hear
Wanky. Say
Wanky,
something.
put a heart.
Say
Love
something.
the
Not
video.
sure.
Wanky is the official DJ for the Jammettes, and there I will admit to you, I don't really deal up too much in the reggae and then business because as I try to take me long to even understand what the hell let us be saying, right? But
Wow.
Wanky, as we were discussing it earlier today, Wanky started off DJing off of turntables and thing. When you start there, you in Jamaica business early, right? So
Not really, you know. Not really. I
But-
started on turntables, but digital turntables thing.
Right.
yeah, right.
So how would you categorize dub, dancehall, reggae? Or the difference between the three?
There's actually a definition out there, you know, pardon?
Yes, it is.
You're a little low.
No,
Low.
Tall man,
no,
you're
a
low.
dancehall is a
Low, low, low,
place
low.
initially where you would go to listen to reggae
Testing.
and
Yeah,
and dub.
nice.
You know how I would see that mirroring, and I'm open to challenges on it. Reggae is to reggae and calypso. Reggae is to Jamaicans what calypso is to us. Dancehall is to soca. Dancehall is to Jamaicans what soca is to us. Does that
Right.
make sense?
So dub is a subgenre of reggae,
But yes, we know that.
right? Characterized by remixing of existing reggae tracks, but taking out the vocals
Right.
and emphasizing the drum and bass,
Which
the
makes
rhythm,
it chanty and hooky, right?
and adding the effects like echo and reverb. So,
right. So it's like when you take a soca and you turn it into a road mix.
yeah,
Essentially, yeah.
yeah.
And you pull
Yeah.
out most of the body of it because
Yeah.
you
You break it down.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
staying to the what driving the people.
Yeah. So it is less musical. Sorry to cut you, Wanky, and more focus on your voice, the vocal, and how you would use your instrument, your
throat
your
hole.
throat hole, and your throat chakra to really communicate to your public of we having a shitty time in the ghetto. We need to do something about it, which is why I would say it is a mix of these things because that was the purpose of Rapso, and that's also the purpose of reggae.
What were you gonna say? What you adding to dub there? Sorry, Wanky.
No, I was
Real
gonna say
quick.
they used to call themselves DJs.
This
So that style of chanting and thing on the mic, that is DJing. Yeah. Yeah. Cause that's what they do.
Versus what we now call Mike Manning.
Well, it's MC now.
Because
but
a
at that
DJ
time it's DJing.
because that's how a DJ Palmer was a DJ.
Yeah.
And of him playing music and being on the microphone
so the DJ, so he was
So being
playing
able to take any rhythm and just chant.
and chant on it.
while they're playing, right? It's
No.
not two separate worlds?
No. You gotta be playing.
You,
You know.
you are part of the DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the DJ now is when they pull whatever rhythm they decide to play, whether it be
But this is the same roots as hip hop. When hip hop
yeah.
they're micing.
Because I was taking disco music and
Yes.
remixing it and doing the thing. Yeah.
And what they
playing
were
it
calling it,
backward
that
and thing.
DJing as well too? What they were calling that? I didn't know that Jamaican
They were calling it MCing
MCing. Okay.
for sure. They were calling it MCing, but in
Okay.
Jamaica it's called a DJ.
A DJ.
So like Beanie Man and Bounty and Ninja Man and Yellow Man and
Which is different for what we
all
know
of them just call it as
DJs
DJ.
to be.
Yeah.
Got
yeah.
it. I did not know that.
So it's not disc jockey.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Big up.
See why critical thinking as a class is important? I thought all DJing was the same. I guess
No,
not.
it has to be different because you're doing different things. So you're standing up next to the DJ because the chord short,
Yes.
right? But you're seeing what he doing or whatever, and you're working together in order to get the crowd in a vibe and a thing. That is why Ninja Man is one of the greatest DJs.
Say that again, man. Can you hear
That
that?
was video.
Because you also-
old time something come back again.
Do
The
that
two
with your
Jammettes
face
show
again,
is
man.
outside and
Hey.
everybody don't know because we inside. We
Hey.
inside, we outside. Where we going?
So if Wanky could do
Come, Shannon, you have a mic. Do the sound effects with your voice.
the thing,
You are a performer. Your voice talent.
that thing that Wanky just do the ring that.
Do it again.
A
I
ribbon.
thought she was talking in tongues.
That is to mimic drum.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we
We
going
back to the
We
song.
back to Africa.
Well, they get frightened how much they want, but you know,
Nicole is asking how I know all these things because, girl,
we've been in this.
I've been out here and I ain't tongue too long to quote Tam Chalk thus.
Yes, that is an actual song. You can look up that. It's Calypso History Month. Learn something new. Right.
And while I do have my notes, a lot of it is in my mind, which is why I have to say it here so that I know I can come back to it. And I will say, we did discuss something similar to this in years prior, but it's very important now to break it down in this kind of way. So it brings me great joy to do this. Right, so we're moving on here now to this part here called pan tunes. Calypso gave birth to pan tunes. Now, I want to be very clear here. A pan tune could be any of these things that on the board,
Because the national instrument could play any
'Cause the
song
man-
in the world.
but we have to give pan tunes its own subgenre because it really is. It is specific to celebrating our national instrument. Give the men and women who have written for pan, starting firstly with Dr. Ray Holman, to write specifically for our national instrument. So it needs its own section. And I'll underline it here
And
too.
if you want to know more about that, the Jammettes have a documentary that we did when Ray Holman celebrated 50 years of inventing pan tunes called, what's the name of the documentary?
Pan on the Move.
Pan on the Move, right.
It's a good thing it's yours.
Good thing. Pan on the Move, which is also the name of the first song that he wrote.
Yes, followed closely by Pan on the Run, which he did the following year.
And it's free on YouTube.
It's free on
Thanks
YouTube,
to
yeah.
the late Mark Loquan. Get your files together.
Gang. So now I want to talk about a more recent genre, where we talk about the calypso plus the dancehall, where the young people have created zest or steam, which is, and well, Trinidad, which is what this is the newest genre
Yeah.
out of calypso.
This is the baby out of...
This is the baby.
yeah.
It have nothing else that new.
Yeah.
Anybody tell it have anything else new? Tell them the
New,
Jammettes say
fresh, rebirthed. Wait, call it?
Rebirthed.
Rebirthed.
it don't have that.
The newest, the baby in the
newest
family
genre
right now
is zest or Trinidad.
the Trinidad artist with the zest, right? But Miss Nothing,
No.
I don't care about he, right?
No. This is the newest
Zest is the most recent and the newest one.
strand or strain from the calypso.
Get
being
it
birthed
together.
from the calypso.
I don't know your friends and them.
Hold on, we will get to that bridge back here. Know what you wanna ask me in the back there over there, Mr. Batiste. I know what you wanna ask me. But let's save it to the end of the class. You see, I'm going all around the board and I ain't come back. I ain't reach here yet. I'm coming down there just now. Don't worry yourself.
You go reach. You
You go reach. Don't rush the brush.
Rest your front.
Rest
slow
your
down.
front. So Trinidad and all these things. So people like Swanee and K9 and K-Lion and
K9 is a dog.
6-9 and these things.
Jelano,
Jelano,
Jazzy,
Jazzy Blaze and others.
and others. Yeah.
But
Because where we going, right?
there are so many.
Yeah. William.
Right? Out of the zest would have also gotten this young lady, Temper. Who then, yes, we come into there. These, yes, I know, but I'm saying we come into there. The zest and the Trinidad would also have birthed, how she face, I just said her name, Temper, who then went on to sing Soca Soca, and now is singing gospel.
What? Wait, when this news happened?
Hold on, I need to know my mic for that one. Hold on.
She said she
Hold on, let me load on the
retiring
music
from
here.
zest.
Hold on. What's happening here?
Should I show it?
I think I saw something what she said. Yeah, she
Oh, this
gone to
serious.
the other side.
If I'm wrong all the time in the comments.
Give God the praise.
You-
Give
All
God
this,
the glory.
all this show.
I don't know, sir.
But it's not true, tell me in the comments.
Do us
If all they know something that we know, but
And also out
Wow.
of the zest and Trinidad culture would have come our lovely Akhenaton, aka Young Brother.
Boop,
Our,
boop, we love
our brother from Sealots.
Bus too.
And we really are fans of him here because I'll tell you all this, I'll give it a little history. Wanky was the first person to ever interview Akhenaton. Okay?
Really?
In Trinidad and Tobago.
You can
The
Google that.
interview is still on YouTube.
It's still on YouTube
You
to
can
this
go
day.
and search for it.
You can check for it.
look. We Room.
Yes, check for it.
Wanky was
big up
the
Obi one
first
time.
person in Trinidad and Tobago
Yep,
to
yep.
interview Young Brother when he first decided
And he had a
Do your
soca.
sound effects,
He had a
the
soca.
director.
he wanted to do. I can't take them in all.
Where does Lady Lava
Yes,
fall
yes, yes.
under? Lady Lava is doing zest.
She
Steam.
would do
Steam.
zest.
She's steam.
So that's
Steam.
Trinidad.
That's
Nice steam,
Trinidad,
nice
right? I was coming to talk about you. Easy to rush anything, boy.
Question. They brought it, the messages here, Alison.
Oh, right. So we have new artists and stuff who really, and I shouldn't even say new artists because they've been out for like 10 years, but they only now getting a lot more mainstream traction. Right. So we're going back in here now.
We were just corrected. He does pronounce his name Akhenaton.
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 Right.
Akhenaton. Which one? A or B? Right, but we are putting the accent. Akhenaton or what did I say just now? Whatever, right. Young
Akhenaton.
brother, let's know what we're talking about, right?
Wow.
We're going up? Right, let's go up.
You really know what I'm on living in the hood, boy. It's pronouncing him anyhow. They John, all this kind of thing. Right? Anyway, so now we're going across now to our lovely brothers and sisters who would have taken the soca music and introduced the Indian folk music and later Bollywood music to make chutney soca and soca chutney. Very similar to parang soca and soca parang, the influence that leads the genre, the name of the genre,
That leads the
is
rhythm,
what
is
leads
what-
the rhythm. So, for example, chutney soca, which is really like Drupati. Drupati would sings chutney soca. So that song, roll up the tassa, bisasa. Oh, beta, rock up the tassa, bisasa. Oh, beta. That is a chutney soca song. And the lovely lady was so lovely, she named the album Chutney Soca. But chutney
Because
spelled...
we're not complicated.
Yeah, chutney spelled C-U-T-N-E-E, soca.
CH.
C-H-U-T-N-E-E. Right? So chutney soca is that. Soca chutney
Is where soca leads.
is where soca leads and chutney follows. So I go be single forever.
Yeah.
Oh, Pongolong's factory makes a lot of soca
Soca
chutney. I go be single forever. Oh, I go be single
Is your
forever.
mother?
Is your mother? She want me buy a bread for she. Right?
Hey, want you buy the bread today, boy?
Right, love it. Is your father? is your father. He was here by the bed for he.
Yeah, leave
Right?
Mona where she is.
So, yeah. She resting. So, that is chutney soca and soca chutney. Who I should also mention here in chutney soca is the departed Sundar Popo.
Bus to NDB.
Now, Sundar Popo, oh God, I love that man. That gentleman took Indian folk music, which is mainly sung in Hindi, changed the words to sound closer to English words, and took the folk music and instruments, also the instruments, so like the dolak, also, yes, would be included in here. And also, we listen, we in Bubble real long, you know. You see the Bollywood music, we have sampled and we have interpolated for years when it comes into Bollywood music to make chutney soca and soca chutney. And I must shout out our brothers and sisters in Guyana and Suriname,
For sure.
because their contributions to these two parts of the subgenre have really taken this.
I feel like they've done more for soca chutney and chutney soca
They have
than
also
Trinidad.
spent a lot of
money invested
behind
into
it.
the industry. Yeah.
And yes,
Look,
You have a
Joel,
question?
if you want to talk about intellectual chutney soup.
No, we don't have the time.
I would say this. I would say also a lot of Egyptian music in the chutney soca as well too,
Okay.
and Iranian music, not just Hindu or Indian music. And when I say Indian, I mean India from India.
Yeah.
No, because that is a sticky conversation, and I also feel like there need to be people who are producers of chutney soca and soca chutney who should also be here in this space with us if we decide to have a conversation like that. We must do our due diligence. We mustn't just go around, talking through our ass.
But I'd say this though. I mean, Zess.
Yes. But also,
Its purpose is more. We want you to move. It's not all our headspace.
Yeah.
There's some genres that, no matter when you go, or country you go to, you will find a subgenre somewhere that the purpose of it is just to feel good. It's not too much heights, too much listening, too much
and
thinking.
it's only if you go into the deep thing, or if the family want to get money from you or something. And honestly, based on how the community is, they're glad for the music to reach as far as the Caribbean.
Yeah.
To be very honest.
Yeah.
And most times they will sue the Americans and the English.
You
if
got
they
them as
want,
thief.
they want the money. So like how they make the toxic man.
Britney Spears.
That's a Bollywood song from a movie. Right? So
Baby, can't you see?
that, and they speed it up, and then they chop, and there's quite a few. I think Jay-Z had to pay an Egyptian
Yes, Jay-Z had to pay a nice
family
piece of money too.
for
I'm trying to remember the song.
for a song or two that he had. Timbaland as well. That is a sample, boss. But we won't
get into
get into here because that could lead us down a whole rabbit hole.
Right. And I
So-
know we business right now.
So those are some lovely things, and when we go to the other side of the board, you also realize that there have been some really nice crossovers and mixing up of all the different subgenres of soca specifically. When we get into the thing.
All right.
So I'm going and stand up here now. Jesus. When I done
I like
here,
when
man.
they tell me when they're going to stand up. All right, good.
All right. Now, we were having this discussion in preparation for today when I was doing my board about what we would how we would classify certain music and where we would put it based on its BPM. Now, for those of you who aren't sure what a BPM is, it's beats per minute. BPM. So, for example, therefore I made another subgenre of calypso called groovy calypso, which our parents and grandparents would call party tunes.
Yeah.
These are calypsos that have a little sway and swing to them that you want to whine. So,
But there's still story in it.
Black Stallion, Tonight the Black Man Feeling to Party.
But there's a story still happening inside
There's a
of there.
story. You would also see in there a lot of posers music. You would see
Merchant is one you mentioned.
Merchant is one. Baron is another one that I mentioned to you as well.
Hold on. Monkey just now. Something Rhapsody. What's the name of the song? Baron. What's the name of the song?
Dun 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 Melosion. Dun 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 dun.
Shannon, what's the name of the song?
Melosion Rhapsody. Come on, people, get ready to sing a Melosion Rhapsody.
Oh, really? Okay.
Bam bam bam. No,
What is
Nikolai
Melosion?
tell us that
Nikolai,
it's words. It's made.
Well, then I don't know what I missed that conversation. What is Melosion?
It is a type of thing. Hold on, it's on Google.
Girl, when you Google it, has get us out in all kind of ways.
To Google, you have to spell the right thing too.
We did spell it right
How do you
because,
know you spell it right?
because we watched it from Baron album.
I'm gonna send a message now, and I'm gonna double check with the person
Can
who
we
told
call
us.
him and ask him if
No,
he could?
you
Oh, he
don't
want
know
to
if he
You're
available.
real good. You might
Yes.
be like,
Hello,
Young
good
people.
day. I'm live on the internet right now on my show. Jammettes having a live episode, and we are trying to remember what the meaning of Melosion is in the word Melosion Rhapsody. Take your time, you don't need to rush. But if it could be before the end of the episode,
That would be nice.
we would appreciate it greatly. I hope you're well. It's been a minute since I've messaged you, but you know, and you know what? The next question I have for you, I will send it in a text because I don't want the other people in the room to know what I'm
Great
asking.
work on Rainbow Love.
Hush, hush. I don't want that shit on my show. Keep that separate.
all right. Oh gosh, boy.
How to not blaze guns in here, boy? How to not draw sword?
Wow.
Clips and Florida get blocked on our Bollywood sample recently too.
Yes. Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, fly out there and get the sample approved, or so they say. Timberland love to take a man walking, take a man working.
Bread. Anyway, we said we weren't going into that.
We did.
So also who would also fall into the category of groovy calypso.
Party tunes, right?
Our party tunes would be people like Jason from the US and Trinidadian / Guyanese who sang mash it up, oh God, baby, mash it up,
Okay.
oh God, break it up. We really talking about a lady who goes into a taxi with $100 bill, and she telling the driver to mash it up. I
but
want you to mash up this
double
thing
entendre.
right now. And it really is great. Duke has some lovely party tunes
Yeah.
or groovy calypsos, and the reason why we say it's groovy calypso is
in the
really because
BPM.
it has a swing and there's a BPM, but there's also the calypso element of the kaiso of telling a specific story in a specific BPM.
Causing intentional listening. Because let's look at any of the
Penguin is another one who would
what our
also
slippers
have.
doing the
Crazy is another.
Yeah.
Half of what you see is just illusion.
We spoke about
Most of what you hear is not the truth.
Auntie Mavis, we spoke about.
No, we ain't reached here. Don't
Oh,
rush the
sorry.
brush.
Before you go, what was the BPM that we discussed earlier, Wanky?
100.
No, not for the that was for the soca, but what would we didn't ask you about the groovy calypsos? On an average, those names that she just called, what the BPMs would fall on?
We said it would be about the same as the soca, 100. And
because groovy soca sits where?
100 to 135 or 37, 39. Because power starts at 140. Right?
So we're saying where groovy soca and groovy calypso have more or
It's
less
a-
the same BPM.
Yes.
So it's really in context that
Yes.
defines which genre it falls into.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you can have a song really talking about the state of your country, but there's a lovely sweet melody. And you know a lot of Winsford's work, Winsford Devine,
Us too.
his work that he gave to or sold to Baron is really a lot of that. It is melodic, social commentary.
Yeah.
It is, we're talking about the environment, but the music is so lovely.
What was the one we was listening to just now? One came, he was like, this man is singing about talking to the woman and she don't want to go out tonight. Yeah, they tell me why. And if you're really taking the lyrics in the verses,
so nice.
he trying to convince this
wonder
woman to
what's
go out
on
and
your
she
mind.
just not on that vibes.
Don't
But
tell
give me
me.
a chance.
And yeah, don't tell me you're going to ruin my night.
But I tell you, I don't want to go.
Maybe you want something to shake your ping-a-ling.
Don't try to gaslight
Maybe
me.
you want something to get on time.
That sound like a you problem.
Maybe you want
You don't tell me what I want. I want to stay home.
Maybe you want
Yeah. But everybody does just roll out. We sipping for the verses, and then everybody do tell me why. So the music of it holds you so much that you ain't really taking on what's going on. But that's that groovy calypso that we're talking about.
Yes, singing much too slow is from Tobago is a groovy calypso. Yes, that would be a groovy calypso. There's a lot of groovy calypso in the space.
Now remember, if you say groovy calypso to a certain age group, they ain't gonna know what the ass you're talking about. They would call it party tunes. You
Yes.
had to be real clear with that. If you mention groovy calypso, they might say, "But this is
What
one
is
of them
that?"
young people thing."
Yeah.
You know.
And we said that we want to be specific when we itemizing what it is to give clarity to all of the subgenres of the calypso and really give it some grounding, because we flailing all over the fucking
Yeah, there we go.
boy. All right, lovely. So now we reach to the problem child. No pun.
No pun again, no. Yeah, if you're a rapper, I'd
Double
swear.
problems for them. We reach to the problem children of the subgenre of the subgenre. And this is groovy soca and power soca. That's this bitch here and this bitch here.
All
Yes.
is giving trouble.
Now, I know there might be children who might view this in the future. I'm so sorry for calling them bitches, but I'm hoping you've been doing your homework so you will understand why Auntie Tyker is saying what she's saying. Hopefully by the time you view this,
It would have
we've
changed.
sorted things out.
Yeah.
And egos are
Not included.
tampered down. We've put a little, tempered down is the word I want to say.
And not tempo who in the church now.
Right. Now is alleged. Now, groovy soca, which is very different from groovy calypso, but very similar to groovy calypso in its BPM, 100 beats per minute. In groovy soca, we have a specificity of talking about love.
Come, sit down. Let me see your face when you do this. This is nice.
You need a second camera. Love and relationships and making it work with a stranger you met in the party. You, baby, you. I said I love you, baby. You. I think about you all the time, but you're always on my eyes.
Then out of nowhere she brought out sugar.
No, she did sugar first.
Whichever. Sugar.
And there was, all is yours, my best sugar, baby, from head to toe. Anyway,
Right.
and she was,
Yeah, don't forget the hand.
What is we broken up?
that's
Times was hard.
that's the reprise.
Deep was hard. Whatever.
But that is a nice song,
I love that song.
If my time has gone, I wonder if this is single. Big up the man who make a talk back because of that song. Big up he. Big up he. I could be a mother.
Tyker, please.
Big up he.
You see,
Focus.
the groovy soca
soca.
influences your emotions. Because remember, we discussed that soca's purpose is movement.
It's true. You know how I know it's true?
How you know? You're talking in the mic?
Yes, I'm talking right.
That's what he said.
I was good at time, eh?
Right.
Quiet, stand for now.
We just
Minding
always
your
be good.
business.
Then I just started here.
I want to give it to you.
Hey,
And not all of us.
but you know why?
Responsible for who I turn to.
Yeah,
When
but
there's some stab.
we're gonna get to that specific music just now. Remember it. Stick a pen in it. Stick a pen in it. We're gonna come back. Ooh, there's something very special about what you just said there, Shannon. Welcome, welcome. You're in class. You're paying attention. Let me tell you. So, with groovy soca was really and truly in the earlys led by the woman.
Yes.
Them man and them was barely doing groovy. The only person who was really touching it up was Blazer Dan. And then Zan came in and he really spiced it up. Not just with his singing, but the writing of the song. Big up Zan as a writer.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good.
When Nadia was Nadia in, she was also writing. I don't know what she's doing these days.
I agree.
After that release this week here, I'm not too sure. And I think she needs to go back to the drawing board. I'm a big Nadi fan, and in the last 2 years, I've been very disappointed. It's given recycled.
Trend.
It's given recycled. It needs to freshen up.
She's an incredible writer. And
She's
vocalist.
brilliant. That bitch could sing in frickin' Arabic. Are you
went
telling
to
me?
Muslim school,
She went to Muslim primary school. She went to TLE. You're talking about? Anyway. So we need to shout out the women who really give. Can't fucking deal with it. I just wonder. And last week I didn't cuss at all in the episode.
I singing it you to support what you're saying.
No, but you can't sing that yet. We need to. We're going back in time. So we need to shout out the first lady of the asylum, which was Gaylan.
Bus 2.
We need to give a shout out to Michelle Sylvester,
Bus 2.
who is very funny on social media. Her personality shines through, and lovely lady. But you know the industry did its number, so she as well has
Like it does to all the women.
turned to gospel lips. So she's on radio daily and stuff. So big up
Rhyming with
Michelle
Jesus.
Sylvester. Love her, big fan. Still a beautiful voice. We want to shout out the thickie from the big city, Miss Rita Jones.
Yay, Rita is enjoying her
Okay.
bad life, yo. If you're not following Rita on socials, check out Rita on socials. Rita living her best life.
We must. And of course, in that vein, we must say hello to Trini Jacobs.
Yeah.
Trini is also one of those groovy soca girlies, the daughter of Carl and Carol Jacobs.
Who was governing
Who were
the groovy
who were-
calypsos.
Yes, who were pioneers. But we will get to that as we go down in the groovy soca bacchanal. We make an attack back in the groovy soca, but we had a thing, right? Rocky was one of the first men to start to sing in the groovy soca, and he paired up with Gaylan. So it was Gaylan and Rocky.
What was that song?
Wanky Violet.
Wanky, yeah. You know the man create deep so?
Zola from up the islands is another artist. She's Grenadian.
like a fruit in the palm of your hand. Oh, I want you to hold me like you're making juice on a Monday.
Look me in my.
Squeeze the sweetness out of Gaylan and Rocky.
Touch me
Look
up.
me
Keep
in
your
my
hands
eye
on my
and
eyes can see.
Play it now, you can
Keep
play
your
it.
hands on my
That
eyes
can
can
run in on the
see.
stream or not?
Look me in my
If we
when
talk
I
through
get-
it, they ain't go flag we.
Right? So,
They ain't go-
Gaylan and Rocky were one of the first pairings in my generation, our generation, of doing the groovy soca. Another name we have to mention.
Just now, you have it there? He quick in our ways.
But we have no
He is so quick. That's all right. I could follow his feet to know what counts is happening. Right, this is the Rocky Gaylan you're hearing.
Is it? Yeah. Let me
Right, but we can't play too much because YouTube going to interfere.
Right, lovely. This is why I was singing the music. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Another name we have to call from up the islands as well is Tizzy.
Tizzy! You know I performed with Tizzy. What was that song called?
Great energy. She and Richard Trumpet.
Yeah, for the when she and what was
Richard
that song?
Trumpet.
With Richard Trumpet,
And
I
she do
had
well.
danced with Soca Monarch with that. That was an experience, but digress.
Walk up your.
Yeah, I want you to walk me whole night.
Hold your body every
Something.
time. You know who write that song? And then something I make you feel right.
can't remember
I want you to walk me tonight. Hold your body precise. Right. Waka 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 it on me. When Richard Trumpet was a Rasta man.
On a Sunday, Richard Trumpet talking to you with his voice. Good evening. But then when Tizzy, waka 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 waka.
Put your waistline, let girl walk up on me. Yeah, it sings.
Bust two for trumpet. Bust two for
Listen, longevity is thy one's name.
Yeah, and have
So,
an invisible G.
then we also have, I can't freaking deal with it. We're trying to be so professional here. Precious is also an artist that was one of the leading ladies of the groovy. Yes, that's Precious. You know who wrote that song? Nadia Batson.
Really?
Nadia wrote that song.
See why we busting two for Nadi?
And then, of course, the late, great Onika Postic. We must never forget her. We must always say her name. We will speak it into the annals of
We
time.
love our Onika. Onika is the Aliyah in the soca world for us. No.
Yeah.
No, Onika is great. We were all as a nation looking forward to
shaken
her,
up.
her future, boy. Oh,
She was excellent.
she's gonna make us so proud.
I must give a special shout out to Ken Marlon Charles. Because he himself dabbled and dabbled in groovy soca.
Yeah.
Right?
With the heavy, rough voice.
Yes. Bring yourself here. Let me love you up. Come, let me love you. You understand?
we do.
And also, we must also remember that Up the Islands is really influenced by R&B and these things. So people like Kevin Little, people like Rupi, Peter Ram, these folks really shaped a lot of the groovy soca
Now we have
culture.
Shannon boy, Teddyson.
Teddyson John.
love
Shannon
a Teddyson John, let me
loves
just
Teddyson John. She's a big Teddyson John fan, you know. Yum, 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 yum.
And
And
see all of that.
she loves his music and she loves his lisp. I was just
Biggie
about to say,
Irie.
Biggie Irie is also another gentleman who from Barbados who, oh my gosh, love. Yes, love Biggie Irie. Big up him.
Back home, we had. I would put Farmer inside of that too.
Well, I was talking more pioneers, but yes, Farmer could come up there too.
a long time.
Yes, but
You
Farmer was doing a lot of power
Power soca
first.
more,
And
okay.
then when he found love, you know, he started to be broken up,
You
you
know,
know.
when Trini Man Young, they just be all over the place.
They're
When they get
wild.
old, is then they just want to settle and find
But
love.
I would say yes, Farmer is one who could
I
get
said what I said.
Farmer could get a little play in the thing as well too of groovy soca pioneers. My own woman, oh wait for me, own woman, only for me, own woman.
All right, okay.
Alison Hines and Square One. Crossfire would be considered a soca band that did groovy as well too. The Bajans really had a handle on the groovy soca because they are the wedding market,
Yeah.
surface as well.
No longer
Really
about surface.
good marketable quote unquote music to international
Ain't no Barbados like
clients.
that, yeah?
Right, that's why I said it the way I said it. I didn't want to get too political now, you know? So a lot of the Bajans would come to Trinidad and really
It's so easy she do that. Sickening, but
and really change the landscape of how we present soca to the world.
we for that is so God, that's wild.
I have
that's
major
encouraging.
family, you know. Don't get tired with me, you know. Anyway, can't blame. Anyway, so we were influenced a lot by our brothers as further afield, you know. The same way how now the Grenadians are fashionable, and so we are
Yes.
all singing jab.
Yeah, well, everybody love a job though.
I digress. Moving on.
I hope all of y'all saw us swallow that one. You know? They be swallowed. Right? Go ahead, miss.
Have you ever been swallowed? Lock the doors. What is wrong with Shannon?
Miss, you go ahead. Don't let them distract you, miss.
I am the joke with them too, you know. Power soaker. Our lovely power soaker starting at 140 beats per minute. Shannon, are you okay there? Do you need some water?
No, she's not okay. Because she can tanker us. Yeah.
Wanky.
Always wanky.
Wanky, you need to call it. Mr. Batiste.
Mr. Batiste, you need to go outside for a moment. You're disrupting Miss Phillips' class.
Well,
Look, Wanky cried it earlier. Wanky, we swallowed it.
swallowed.
Look. He said just now. Wow. Can't get nothing done with all that wrong, boy.
Well, I realized I wasn't saying nothing, right?
Miss, let's go. I just do that too. I'll wait for the class to settle. I'll wait.
Right. Now that we have settled down, right, Miss Francois, I hope you're staying with us here now. At 140 beats per minute with the power soaker, this is where we ragging up and flagging up here now. Now, I don't want to talk about, 140 and higher. Now, we realized today when we played one of my favorite artists who's missing from the space these days, Mr. Dog E. Slaughter. We played one of his songs and I was like, but this is a groovy.
Go ahead, Wanky. Run
And Wanky said to me, no, this is a power soaker based on the BPM.
Now,
and it blew my mind.
This is a good example of why this is why Tyker said these are the problem children, anything, you know. Because this is a perfect example of where rhythmically you can meet your music theory answers. But then when the artists start to write or sing on top of that, it can contradict. Music is a beautiful thing, boy. So this particular song, although the BPM matches that of Power Soaker, when we play the song, you'll hear the song, you realize, wait, but this is a groovy.
I love you.
Oh, he said play.
Oh, that you love me too. Hey,
And a big reason for that is if you listen to Doggy, he's singing in cut time, but the music bouncing at Power Soaker pace. Oh, you nice, and if you whine on me like that, then I am paradise.
Go down, Wanky. Too much. Right.
Oh, wow.
This is also a major interpolation / sampling of Phil Collins' music.
Yeah.
Oh, think twice. No, I'm doing this because you know Phil Collins is a drummer. You understand? This is from his album after he did the Tarzan.
Yeah.
So
So he was in his peak. He was in a successful era.
So Doggy and them decide.
We can jump on that.
We
spot.
will. Not doggy dog. Anyway.
And jump on
Yeah, boy, it's crazy.
I put it
No
pause,
offense,
yeah.
though, Mr. Doggy.
Mr.
No,
Slaughter,
Mr. Slaughter,
you know,
no.
we're fans,
Yeah,
you know,
big
but
fans
yeah,
over
so be
here.
careful with the wordings, right?
Yeah, pause and thing.
Yeah.
So that is a song. I was like, but Wanky, he was like, no, this is a power soaker, which would go his other composition. We up and down, we up and down, we up and down, jump up, would also be considered a power soaker.
Absolutely.
And he does a lot of dynamics and that with the beat going somewhere and he going, we in this, we in costume and let's all effects and.
Slaughter.
And he's
Slaughter deserve you
he is
flowers, you know.
counter to the beat. He going in
Yeah.
a whole other place. Great video as well. Big up Kyle the channel for always playing the music videos. Kyle the channel used to really have it locked. You understand? We used to get all the, oh my gosh. They used to play that, they used to play up and that, and they used to play the KMC when he was in love with the lady and he take the lady for ice cream and the old lady and the old man. Oh, lovely.
What song is that?
Oh gosh.
Fire.
You set my soul on fire.
You set my soul on fire.
Every day.
Fire. But this is groovy. We're not on that. Beyond
they would
power, yeah.
play that song every
Every
day.
day, yeah.
The music
Yeah.
video. Knew it by heart.
Yeah.
Knew it by heart. So the power soca, we observed after playing that song by Slaughter that now, based on influences from the St. Lucians, because they started to produce music for us here soca wise, as well as the Bajans and the Vincentians, the BPM of our soca has changed. So now we speeding down like we was a Japanese bullet train down the road in effect. It is so fast that now when you play the Slaughter, it sounds remarkably slower. It's crazy because what is the power soca we were talking about? Hardfet. Hardfet is 160 something. That is 20 beats per minute more.
You know, Sprang used to talk about that.
It's very interesting that we
It was
have,
getting too fast. The music getting too fast.
and
you
it
can't
is.
Understand. or
You're running
appreciate.
behind the truck on the road. You can't catch your breath. Why are we running? No.
Why?
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Why are you running? And I think as well too, the influence of having these producers but not understanding our genre and our musical, the roots of the thing, the calypso, and our Trinidadian and Tobagonian West African influence is very different from that of the other islands. And we'll get into that in a moment. Because now that we have the Fox, what is his name? Not Father Fox, this boy. Oh gosh.
And they don't know.
Oh my gosh. The
One
St.
thing.
Lucian boy.
The skinny, the boy.
Who sang Uber? Uber,
Yeah.
Uber everywhere. Getting Uber everywhere.
Boy named
Team Fox.
We there. All
Yeah,
know
we
who
there
we're
with
talking
you.
about.
So he's St. Lucian. So he's a big producer. You have the Red Boys who Moto.
Moto.
So Moto and Team
right.
Fox. Then you have the Red Boys out of Antigua and Barbuda,
Boy, them fellas is do amazing work.
who are really great. Then you have Skinny Fabulous's main producer across there in Vinci as well, who their music, when they started producing music for our artists, or our artists started saying yes to them, it really no, well,
No, not you. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Dion, that was nice. Dion is saying at the moving too fast. Remember when young brother had
but
to
he
tell
coming
the truck,
out with that song, you know.
the truck moving too fast. Slow
Slow
down. Young brother 2025.
There we go. And it really is a testament of how the
You saw that boy Gerelle,
infiltration,
Calypsonian?
that is,
That young brother guy.
he's a
Pay
Calypsonian.
attention to what's going on around him and pick up your pen, boy.
Bad. So there is a cultural shift in the music, or there was a cultural shift in the music to a faster BPM based on the influences from the music that we're going to talk about in a second from these other islands. So when it comes to the because we have to go back to the groovy soca, but we will go back there momentarily. When we're talking about the other islands, we're talking about compas, zouk, merengue, bachata, dembo, and bouillon soca. And so that is influence from Dominica.
That's all you could see, right?
That is influence from Haiti, and we are also talking about Saint Lucia. We are talking about Martinique, Guadeloupe, and their influence as well. Most of these islands are called don't speak English as their first language. They speak French, they speak Spanish, or they speak variations of French and Spanish, which would be Creole. So for example, we have here the compas or the compa, which Spanish influence here, and then the French in the compa. So this is Haiti, this is Dominican Republic, Zouk, mainly Saint Lucia, Guadeloupe, Martinique, one of the famous groups out of Guadeloupe and Martinique, Kassav.
Wow. She whole accent change.
I want to be authentic. Right? Big up Carla Gonzalez,
Bastu!
who toured greatly with Kassav. And there's a great documentary available for free on YouTube of Kassav in Trinidad and Tobago in the 80s. So take it in. It's about an hour. But the music will keep you there, man. Oh, you'll be there. You have the merengue or the meringue, depending on where you are. No, that's meringue. That's meringue.
No, so she said meringue, but people just really just say it how they want.
Bachata, not to be confused with the drink. So bachata or bachat, dembo, which is also a drum as well as a rhythm pattern, and then you have the bouillon, which is a genre, but then they have a subgenre of bouillon called bouillon soca. So bouillon and our soca mix up. Now this one here that I put an asterisk next to that I haven't mentioned is one from Dominica. Not to be confused with the Dominican Republic. Dominica is the one with 365 beaches that has a bird on their flag. Cadence rampa or cadence calypso. Now I don't know if you could tell, class, but it is very clear that this comes from Calypso, right? So let me tell you. Cadence.
Yeah, do you want to add another one? But I was waiting for it to finish because the list is long. We didn't go through all the islands.
Cadence Calypso is from originally from Dominica, but the Haitians got it and they say, hey, we like this. And we really love it. And what they did was they paired that music with something called jingping. Cadence Calypso and jingping. And they added raga style vocals to create bouillon soca. So we come back to the raga soca. They also have a raga, which is derivative of reggae and calypso. Right. Coming straight from the bouillon, that is coming straight from something called chante mas. C-H-A-N-T-E accent, acute accent, M-A-S, where you have a lead vocalist and a responsorial chorus or a laugh way. Taking it back to your homework.
Before we give you last week to learn.
Which was sung in West African traditions like the ballet dance, and the quadrille. And of course, the ballet is a West African fertility dance, and there's a ballet drum. So there we have our ballet in Trinidad, and then Tobago has their ballet called the Congo ballet, which is similar but different. It's faster and it's lower in your body positioning. You're very close to the ground when you're going down and you're pop, 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 pop. Oh, it's beautiful to watch. And you're boom, see, high in the air.
Yes.
It's a beautiful dance. And if it's done well, you will want to dance as well. So,
and there are other ballets.
There are other ballets throughout the Caribbean. There are about 12 variations of ballet throughout the Caribbean. So, the cadence calypso is one where they took the brass and jazz, blues, as well as African beats, calypso, and put it together. And so you have that music that influenced the bouillon soca in a very meaningful way. Let me tell you, when you search it up, guys, the music will blow your mind. And it's very similar to the music we would have had in what is called combos, like Joey Lewis, where you had these brass bands who would perform in SWWTU Hall and have music going. So there's me as the party king when I do my thing, and let's make everybody sing. Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That's a love way. Right? So there's a Haitian version to that.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. And you would swear a calypsonian coming in to sing, but it's a different chant well.
Oh, you know who we didn't put on the list? Samba.
As in from Brazil? Yeah, but I didn't put it because it's further afield
Okay.
than the Caribbean.
Okay.
But South America have plenty thing, you know.
Caribbean is true.
And Central America have plenty variations to these things. They have their own compa, they have their own merengue and merengue, and they have their own bachata.
Yeah, that owns us too. But isn't it crazy how we know more about Brazil music than we know the other islands? Fascinating.
Well, we know more about their carnival in general. I digress. So the reason why we wanted to do this is so that people can have a understanding of the influence that Calypso has had. Now, there have been some recent statements about there being a new Calypso. And I would like to seek clarity. And I don't want to be confrontational or argumentative. I simply would like to be shown the way. Now, we are victims of reinventing the wheel when there's no need to do such because it's been done before. And when I have been shown this is the new Calypso, I have many questions, including but not limited to, have you not heard any fucking music out of Trinidad? And I want us to understand.
I thought we'd not be in confrontation.
That wasn't being confrontational. That was just simply asking a question.
Okay, fair.
Have you not heard any music from him? Because you cannot tell me that you're going to do new things when you are denying outright that it's been fucking done before. I.e.,
Oh, I never see what you did. Okay.
i.e., you're telling me that you're mixing R&B, jazz, rock and roll, alternative song, and throwing in reggae music to tell me it is new Calypso or island pop. What the fuck? I'm going to call some names here. I want you to write it down and go and do some research. David Alcock and Mavis John. Michael Bootman.
Hold on. Let me put some context on Auntie Mavis here. All earlier with this new Calypso and say that you're trying to, in the wording as if you're trying to introduce it, Auntie Mavis will be making billboards still. With that music, she and Miss Alcock did. Still making billboard. Do your research and you will see. The music still standing up strong. And it sounds close to wherever you claim you're doing. Go ahead. Give Auntie Mavis a fork, okay?
Right. Michael and David Bootman. I would like to enter to the chat Naidi Lafon.
She's so... Oh, she's adorable.
I would like to also introduce to the chat Tony Ricardo. I would also like to throw into the pot the United Sisters.
Fair. Fair.
Especially with this song, Amber Tyler Woman. Because if you're coming to tell me that what you are giving me is new Calypso, the United Sisters did it already.
Yeah.
Requesting one is up, Alex.
Nah, we need more than one.
No, I just want the one because I could get a breathe a little bit. I don't think they're capable of giving me more than one.
Fair.
So these are the names at the top. This is your starting point for your homework. Anything else could come after the fact, right? The man who sing, when you ride the white horse, when you ride the white horse. I find it very interesting that the children of the men who produced music like that can tell me that they are creating new Calypso. I find it very interesting that the children and the peers and their peers can say that they are inventing something new when it's already been done. Now, if you tell me you want to bolster what's been done, I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
If you tell me you're doing fusion music, I can get on board with that. If you're telling me that new Calypso would include people like Seabath or Gazette or Ozzy Marik's most recent music, I could perhaps get on board with that.
Yeah.
But you cannot come to hand me fucking Afrobeat and tell me that that is new Calypso. It cannot be so.
Find something safe to do.
And I want you all to create. I want you to make music. I want you to feel creative. But I also want you has done.
You are expected to
do
innovate and
things.
create a new genre.
Please. But understand where you stand in the line of history. Do not get chained up by a white boy who like Nelson and Sparrow to tell you what your genre is. And tell you what your role and responsibility is as Calypsonians.
I go in. Dion, don't defend the shit.
What's
Because what
happening?
you are saying and what they are saying are two different things. We have tried. We literally spent this week trying. What you saying and what them saying is two different things. Because when they were asked, explain. What is the new ingredient that you are adding in, or what is it they cannot articulate it. They can't. We've been trying to figure this out, and not just for this episode. We've been trying to figure it out because listen to music. I want to give the next generation the fair hearing. Again, we want them to do the work. It is expected of us to do the work. So if you're going to say that you're creating something, but when you say statements like, what's the fucking statement? It's new Calypso where
To introduce old Calypso to that new audience.
This is how you are describing a genre?
That's a direct quote.
What does that mean?
It's introducing old Calypso to a new audience.
And that would also imply not just new audience, but there was reference to the generation. That would also imply that, let's call it old Calypso now,
Though the
cannot
statement was
appeal.
saying that is not that Calypso is old.
Yeah, also, but you are implying that the older, fine, if you're not, fine, the older Calypso cannot appeal to the younger generation. I had standard once today singing Crow Crow Cut Off the Hand. I had standard once today
Singing Madman Rand.
singing Madness, David Rudder Madness,
Oh,
jumping
right.
up and down. I had standard ones locked in so much because we're doing Calypso history, and at no point did I introduce. I've never taught them Sparrow, the normal names that we just run to. So you are implying that the older thing has not reaching the younger generation? No.
You've not taken the time
You
to
haven't done
sit
the
with young
work.
people and introduce them to the work. I think my concern as well too is the framing of the work, almost as though you're doing it by yourself, which is the problem I have with soca as well, in terms of, you've gifted this thing to the world and it belongs to this one person or this one branch, when there are multiple contributors to the thing.
That does not even start in Trinidad.
Yeah, and so I want us to be very aware, and I want us to be very careful of how we use language and linguistics in communicating what the fuck it is we doing here on this little island, so that we could all get on the same page, at least in the same fucking book. Because right now, them motherfuckers not even in the same library with me.
Especially,
I don't know where y'all are.
especially when you're quick to run to do interviews and international, you're looking for that international credits and want to be in the international talking spaces, then I need you to do your homework.
So that you can better articulate what the fuck you're doing. Or to be able to do what you're doing better. Interpolation and what you calling this thing? Taking people's lines and sliding it into a newish sounding beat is not a genre. Does not a genre make. Does not a subgenre make. it literally has to take time. And so alternative music is happening in this space. People are mixing things with things. For example, Gazette will be considered or is considered industrial rapso, which is rock and rap so put together. So that's why you could have Kishav and Nikolai, who goes under the brand of Gazette, of when the trumpet song, open the trap door, which is a hype fucking song. That sounds like calypso, rock, that sounds like freaking chutney. And when Kishav and Sal going on a fucking electric guitar, it sounds like a sitar.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like, oh, that feels like, oh, if you want to tell me that is the direction we go in, I could understand. But when you want to copy and paste stems, give me a half of a ease up Eve.
Dion, you're absolutely right. He says, I fear that start with Shorty. Absolutely correct. I could stand up behind that statement. Where you have people who, it is greed, it is arrogance, it is narcissism. A lot of the ones who we were taught were the top or the best of the art forms. When you realize it was really just marketing, a lot of bullying that was taking place behind the scenes, taking full advantage of those who had the finances. We even explored this week while we were still trying to answer the question from last week of who are the Calypsonians in this space. And again, in doing our research, we realized Uncle Crazy is one, if not number one right now on as Calypsonian by definition, who been doing the work, who has been investing in the younger generations, not now, all throughout his career, right? There's evidence of that. There's evidence of Uncle Crazy always constantly wanting to learn as well, even though this man creates a whole subgenre.
Yeah.
And he don't learn with his peers. He does learn with the youths.
People. Yeah. Dion is saying that it's not the artist's job to define what they create. Well, then stop saying that.
Then stop
creating
putting the titles.
Then say we just making music. Just say that.
Just say that.
Stop trying to name it, because everybody's trying to name it. Don't give it a name.
Because
then.
now it's starting to look. Me personally, this is a drill thing. It's starting to look like it's just marketing ploys to seem as though
you're for the culture.
You're for the culture because you're needing. On the words.
Right. Okay. I still want to make sure because I find right. Okay.
Yeah, you want to find ways to promote your music so that it could get more mainstream attention, right? And so you're not really interested in actually knowing the history or doing the musical studies.
Because it don't matter.
You're just looking for a fresh song. It's like Nicki Minaj, how she does run to claim she's Trinidadian. Give me.
Oh, that is annoying too. Anyway.
Right?
And then he says, it is the job of music journalists. Boy, we barely have journalists. You want music journalists? You want too much?
I wouldn't say it's the job of music journalists.
Name the thing he's talking about. Because that would have been done in like the 80s with Rolling Stone and this
sure,
sort of like,
but you know why I wouldn't say that? Because when they're looking, because one of the main incentives for a lot of the popular artists, why they're doing this cosplay and branding, is they want awards, international awards. And soca is not a category yet. I have to say yet, right? We still fall under world music. Afrobeats come out just the other day.
No, don't get tired.
Well, popularized rather.
Afrobeat been out.
Fair. Popularized just the other day and have its category. But Afrobeat stand up on who it is.
Yeah, it doesn't pretend. And
It
what
don't
it
pretend to
what
be
it
something
does
else.
is it lets you know, because okay, the father of Afrobeat is considered Fela Kuti, right? I'm sure there are many disputes on the continent of who is
it
the
is, yeah.
right, just like there is back and forth here in Trinidad. So, but there's Afrobeat in South Africa. That's different from Afrobeat in Kenya. Namibia, it's different in Ghana. Each of the countries on the continent of Africa have a different style of Afrobeat that is influenced by the nations within the country. If you have an artist, let me say an artist just bringing it home. An artist from St. James going and sing different than an artist from Caripachima and an artist from Arima.
Yeah.
So they bring your flavor from where you from to the national genre of Afrobeat. And then that is the different sounds of Afrobeat out of one country, off of the continent of Africa. And then you also have other musical genres inside countries. I mean, Amapiano is one in South Africa that greatly influences the Afrobeat of South Africa.
Yeah. So again, you're saying where one genre can be divided into. Dion, you say something here that I'm not sure. I agree they shouldn't be doing that, but it go stop until who actually supposed to fill the gap.
Who's
What
that?
gap? What is the gap? I don't see a gap. The board is full and this is not even this is just, a quick the board should be bigger than this. What gap? What is the gap? Just create. We
Make
already have enough subgenres existing that you could create something where it fits into. If you are, and I'm saying this because when you're teaching musicians, not just singers, when you're teaching musicians to find their voice, or any artist, matter of fact, because it could be a painter or whatever, to find your voice, if you are a studied artist, they have you study all the genre, well, as much of the genres, the subgenres, the artists, you study their work to the point where almost you mimic it so that you could understand it beyond the theory.
We don't study here. Anybody could be a soca artist.
Until, and with all the information combined, which I guess for Licol is why she's saying how we know all of this. It is not that we do this for the week so that we could do this episode. No, we've been in the culture business a while now. But you study all of it until you find your voice. So yes, if you are a young artist, should be just writing, go into the study. Oh, this song nice. Pick one. It has so much. Just pick one and go into the study of it. And then you take your elements as you find your voice. And big part of it too is art is not created from out your ass. You have to feel. The emotions is connected to the art. You have to be aware of what's going on in your society as an artist too. Art is what does save and take us through revolutionary eras. You have to feel. Meanwhile, in our society currently, you have people who, well, too cute, too superstar, too celebrity to have normal people emotions. Right? Because they're not cool. And then you have the American influence of you're a simp. So when you start setting these boundaries on your own emotional intelligence, where are you creating from? What we really doing? If you're not putting any work, why I should give you the credit? Because you're liming with the same set of fellas who say the same set of things? You and 5 men in a room every day for weeks.
Sweaty. I just want to take a pause.
You respond?
I like when men sing for men voice notes. I realize that's a thing I like. Whew. If it wasn't like a big brother, I would be sweating, you understand?
Scream.
Oh, this is beautiful. So, melos is the word that he searched on the internet as opposed to melosion.
Wait, connected back to what we were
Right.
talking
So, we were speaking about Baron's song Melosion Rhapsody. We could sing it here now. Come on, people, get ready to sing a Melosion Rhapsody. So, the root word being melos to describe Greek people.
Well, I'll tell you one key. Melos from Melosian.
Greek people.
Yeah, that was one of the things, but
But
yeah.
what the beautiful caller is saying, that
a sauce.
yes, what is Daily Doctor say? Our researcher from Digger Martin. And it's how this is a researcher from Digger Martin too. So it's a succession of musical tones that forms a melody. That's what melos also means. A succession of musical tones that form a melody. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam.
Right, but that is the same. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
So
Right.
a melo.
Hold on. That is right. That definition is the definition for what a melody is. Hence the word melody. So melos is the root word, the etymology of it, the root word of melody.
Yes.
Right?
Melos is a succession of musical tones.
So then, that's still not clear from what is Melodian.
Yes, it does, because IAN of this. Oh gosh. do you know?
Melos is melody. This definition, let's give me the definition for what a melody is.
So it's a melodic melody.
Which is what you are hearing as a definition. Right? And also, I didn't even reach into the definition of rhapsody because the song itself is not a rhapsody. But in the context of the things that he's saying, so that's why I'm like, and then when you listen to the verses of the song, he literally describes a completely different planet. He speaks on Venus. He speaks on, if you go through the words of it. So which is what complicates this song so much.
IAN is an adjective. So the describing of this.
The describing of the melody.
Right. You can do that on your own time.
Yeah, but this is great, right?
Right, lovely.
Yeah.
So now that what we have done here now is we have dissected it, I think, in a pretty succinct way.
That you could start, you have a place to start now.
So now you have homework in this, and now you could go back and you could peel back, and I am open. I'm saying it with my, no, as simple as, as simple as I say my here. I am open to sitting down and dissecting any one of these genres or subgenres.
Because that's part of the study. This is what you just do. You sit down and you question it, and you challenge it, and you pull up your Google. Well, you know, Google becoming untrustworthy. Try a little DuckDuckGo. And you look for the information and find a source, and it have enough elders in the space who are willing to have the conversation with you from their experience from being in the era. Carl Beaver Henderson would have been a great person to have sitting in with us during this conversation. Martin Mice Raymond would have been an excellent person to have sitting with us in this conversation. Or to continue this conversation.
I don't fucking know what the fuck you asking me. What the fuck is this?
You we not in your phone. We don't know what you're saying.
You message me. If you want to.
Or inside jokes wanky.
No. Look at this. Don't mind my business.
I wasn't even looking over the eyes.
If you want to.
Girl, you could do it one waste of time.
You can do it one. Right. Right, okay.
Oh, yeah. But we should more or less finish about it now. So, anybody have any question?
Right. The researcher from Digo. The researcher from Digo Martin also say he kind of missed me. Alright? Okay, that's what I say.
What happened? The studio ain't move. Well, you're not watching the show. The studio ain't move. Say when you're coming through now. Nah.
It's how I didn't check this chat for the whole day.
We should have a little line, a little
A
gathering.
little gathering of minds to discuss.
Or to discuss anything. Men probably have things to give the just.
Yeah, yes, things. We have a lovely space here, no? It's things.
There's enough for everybody. Relax.
Melodian. I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm going on that rabbit hole. I am going because the results that you get when you do the search, oh, it's yummy.
Well, you
It's
do your thing.
Yummy.
So what I want to say.
My whole life I was singing Melody and Rhapsody. My whole life. I was today years old when I realized.
It's
What the
Melodian.
fuck is a Melodian? What is this?
It's really,
that no.
it's beautiful. And when I get my wins for the Veen book, I'm buying it for myself for my birthday. And I'm going to get it. It's going to be lovely.
Where is it?
Don't mind my business.
No! You alone must have the book with the... Wait,
I will photocopy it for you.
No, I mean in general, so the public don't need to know.
You can come to the Stenic Library. You're trying to get some traffic. Come on. Come on, man. No, when I get it, I will share the information, and you all can tune in to my Instagram, and I will share the information and all these things. If you would like to contribute to my $700 fund for my birthday gift for me to get my Trinidad and Tobago dictionary, I would be very appreciative. You can add me at Tyker Giselle on Instagram. You can send me $100.
Drop in a GoFundMe.
You can. Yes.
I want the boys to sing book.
My
If
Lisa
anybody
Weiner.
Want a mama guy me? I want the boys to sing book. It's about $1,000 for that book. What more we gonna
Mine
do?
is 700, so you can buy mine first. I want to buy books for my birthday, guys. This is my dream. So, right. I want to be better equipped to be able to come and educate the people. Lisa Weiner. This is my dream. I did a lovely thing here, I think.
I think so too.
Of separating
I'm proud
it.
of you.
I'm proud of myself as well too. The penmanship is top notch. And I'm really glad I've been able to sift it through in my own mind and my own spirit and realize, ways boy, I know real Calypso boy, I know real music and thing. Wow. And it is my role and responsibility as a Jammette in the yard to share it and to make myself available. I'm saying it big. I ain't afraid. If you want to come and discuss it, if you want to have a spirited discussion on the thing, we can. Because I'll tell you this is not even half in, because when you start to go, especially outside of rap, so
Yes.
and our own reggae and our own hip hop, we could get into things, you know.
Yeah.
It's our real things.
Yeah. We are too beautiful and capable as a people to be this lazy about ourselves. And the ancestors did the fucking work. They did. They did real work. Men dead, broke, hungry, starving, sick. Because this was a choice. A life choice. So where for you is a career option, and then if by the time you reach in your 30s and the girl come and tell you she's pregnant and now you have to get an actual job that pays, you could change your mind. No, let me be very clear about this. Men dead trying to invest in this. So you don't have the luxury of, how Pat would say, pussyfooting the thing. And it worked too easy.
And this godforsaken little island.
You see, if you watch the documentary, you would understand that reference, right?
Pan on the move.
Executive producer, the late Mark Loquan. I will call him a name. Because a lot of our company is built because I was heavily supported. Thanks to Mr. Loquan.
Can't get on like that when I'm talking about my apologies. Finish talking about
I don't know what was going on, but I done. Okay, cool.
He want to plug in Shannon.
He was. She's a lot. Anything else in closing?
I would like to ask our commenters in the chat to ask anything they would like to ask. If they have any comment, don't feel that Gerelle was buffing. You know what I mean?
That's just how she does talk. It talks all the time.
So, you know, feel free. But also, I think next week is going to be another teaching session. You need to work with your calculators next week. Because we bring in
management.
we're bringing back all the whiteboard next week. Yeah. Right? You could go back in today's video and screenshot the whiteboard so that you have a picture for reference when you're doing your homework. And you can dig deeper and you can get more information and you can find things me and all them find. Because there's so much. There's so much.
It's a lot. The islands have been working. The
Right.
people working, doing things.
I would like to also tell you, the people who want to get merch from us, it's coming sooner rather than later. However, equipment is the priority on the scenic list of things to make sure that our space is capable of doing more streams like this, not just to do 2 Jammettes, but to do other programming.
You know what they go say? Well, if you sell really merch, you could buy the
equipment, right?
Yeah,
I
when
see.
I tell you I want a jersey. I said, a jersey for 300. I don't want to hear, yeah? Right.
Yeah. So, because it's going to come to the jerseys, we're thinking about doing some bucket hats like Wanky, how we have his Saga Boy vibes.
He vibes.
And
bucket hat and tall socks.
Yes. If we could get some tall socks with some gal skin up, that would be nice. I would buy her socks with a gal with she leg up, so like the emoji what I just said. That all it says a cartwheel, but it's really a Jammette emoji. I just use it as right. That's how I just use that.
Yes, that's what she doesn't do it.
Like scan it out.
No, she have to
that's a
understand
flag
how
woman.
Tiger does talk. Yeah, see it.
And if I send that on a flag, you know it's a flag woman.
Yeah.
It's things. So we'll do
Sweatshirts noted.
Yes. And
wife beaters? Are we on for wife beaters? Anybody in the audience want wife beaters merch?
Right? No, we're not selling that. We might sell vests, but no domestic violence in our thing. Only necessary violence. Okay? Not domestic.
They say I just drink Guinness. So.
And also we may do some mugs and stuff, for y'all to have your tea in the morning and think about us.
You can drink out my cup.
Yes. We got to put a little nanny on the handle. And nanny wine,
Yes, you
And
see Uncle
maybe-
Crazy again.
And maybe some sayings that we say here that you could take a little sip out of, but we have to make sure we get a good cup.
Question on the sayings, as all they hear. What Jammettes sayings, or let's stay with all you, where things we just naturally say that, but we realize it's our vibes. I know Tyker have her instincts. Oh my God, that is so Tyker. But
would
the
tell you
Jammette
very
brand, what it is, all they would consider sayings or quotables or whatever.
You can send it to us in our DMs or
Nah, don't
Instagram.
DM me. DM she.
Well, I'm going to say, I mean 868
Oh,
Jammettes.
the 868 Jammets. All right, okay.
You could tell us. Like and subscribe to our video. We're getting notes from our technical director here.
I guess like and subscribe. Hi guys, welcome back to my
Welcome back to my channel.
And this is all much for today.
Right? And so it's so glad, Shanti, lovely to have had you with us. And so lovely to be here on a Monday. You're cool. You got me back for a second Monday, guys.
And she led the class.
And I led the class, and next week I will be leading again because it's numbers. And when it comes to selling businesses, I just do all the things with the money. And I just put the dot in the right place to make sure it's before and after the right amount of zeros.
Yeah.
So we back again next week with our whiteboard markers and our whiteboards. Get your notebook so that you will be prepared for class and your calculators, and by the time we reach you all on Monday, your roti would have digested, and you would be satisfied. You would have already napped. Nap early in the day, so by the time it's show time,
Roti just pack you up.
yeah, boy. Listen, I still recovering from Thursday. From wings, I still recovering. Anyway, up to yesterday. Big up them. So yes. Anything from the Peanut Gallery? Wanky, Shannon, anything to tell the folks before we sign off? Sayonara.
Shannon,
Yes, ma'am.
I could put you on the spot.
To sing.
No. I want to ask you if you would like to give feedback on Samsara.
Listen, guys.
All right.
Sorry, guys. Samsara was,
What is Samsara?
it was an experience that was curated by Mellow Reefer and Seabass. Happened yesterday.
No Myrtle. Saturday. Today's Monday.
She don't even know the date.
Jammettes is not on Sunday right now. The show is happening on a Monday.
So, no, you see, because I say an experience, I still there, you know.
It must be the budget that the man
have
in
a
white
white
already read.
already
Some of them inside are here like
Anyway,
this. Sucker crazy seed.
So,
That kind of head couldn't come from weed.
nah, it was real good. It was a, guys.
No, you're songing like them who does do food reviews
Guys.
on like everything.
It's good. This is really nice.
I don't know. I don't lie. I don't lie about them things. From Toothless, come right down. Every performance was relatable. Was not just listening. It was like listening with your heart instead of just your ears, boy. It was
That's
a
so really
nice
good,
vibes, boy. And of course, it was a blessing and a pleasure to see and witness the evolution of Mellow Reefer, because she was a thing a certain level last year this time, and now, man, I won't be surprised when Olisi she out there, boy, because
Where's she going?
Don't tell me nothing about what is the Rasta girl name?
who?
Coffee. I don't hear nothing about no coffee. I don't really like IK.
Excuse your fast.
I do. You can say what you want. I don't tell me nothing about them until you've experienced mellow reef out of Trinidad and Tobago. You could keep the rest.
So we need to send her to Jamaica for she to get signed. That's what we saying.
Great.
Fantastic.
And then if that wasn't enough, it was my first time. Sorry. It was a first time experiencing
I go
sea
know.
bath.
I know that.
I go know.
And
Oh,
they,
Francesca,
I don't
okay,
know,
you step back
boy.
up.
They were, that was just blowing my mind, boy, that female vocalist.
Amy.
That's her name, Amy?
Yes.
What was she name?
She
She sang a song, did a song. It wasn't natural, boy. It wasn't no. The melodies coming out, she paused. It wasn't just out she throat.
It was a Melosia rhapsody.
Whatever it was real good. They gave me a little preview or something coming up there, upcoming EP.
in January.
That was new.
Yes, if you tell me new soca,
Calypso.
whoever.
They never said anything about soca. They don't.
New Calypso.
They don't bad talk soca. at
New
all.
Calypso. Yeah, because the mafia that does not exist will pull out the plug so fast.
Yeah. Can't say nothing bad about soca.
If based off of what your brothers and them define as new Calypso, and if I ask you what are the ingredients, what are the elements, what does that mean? Break it down for me. What Seabad do?
Nah,
What Seabad doing?
it's coming. But that was so refreshing. It was like a sea bath for real, boy. But not last Christmas when they did last time.
Yeah, no, the sandflies are a bit much. They need to do
Her
something.
name
about
is Amy Lee Baksh. The guitarist is Demir Ali, bass is Aaron Lauchutong, and drums is Dexter Banfield. They make up the members of the band
Listen.
Seabad.
that Lauchi tongue related to Ming?
Yes, that is his little brother.
His little brother.
Oh, okay.
Listen, if you wasn't there, you know the video clip of the fella, all who wasn't there, boy oh boy.
Yeah.
Boy oh boy.
We had a time last night.
I was really glad
Proud.
to be there, boy. I'm proud and just happy.
Very
I left
nice.
there full. I didn't even go man eat. I was just medicine, boy. It was a real nice vibe, boy.
Beautiful.
Pops.
Something I was going to point out at the Ming statement.
No, I was also going to say, and that is another thing in terms of out of Calypso, jazz. Calypso is also, I didn't put that here, but that is, the fusion of jazz and Calypso.
What Vaughnette Bigfoot
Vaughnette and Ming is her musical director, and then you have, the lovely Andre Tanker's music is not on here.
Well, this is the thing. Ming would have been, back in those days, part of the band that were creating those songs. He was the musician, one of the musicians.
To not mention Andre, because Andre, as far as I'm concerned, is a genre unto itself.
Yeah.
So a subgenre of Calypso would be, I'll double check what Andre called it and put it on this list as well too, because that is an offshoot of Calypso.
In fact,
Come back, give
my
love your back,
Martin Raymond,
Tina.
he called Seabath. He said it's like listening to Radiohead fused with Andre Tanker.
Oh, he said it. Okay.
He said it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the best way to describe the song that they were creating.
Yeah.
Great music.
Yeah, because people like Clive Zander is a name that I would also add to the list up top with the Boothmans and to make that the Happy Williams as well. I would throw in there.
Notice now you're calling musicians, eh?
Yeah.
Not just like performers or artists. You're calling
Ron
musicians.
Reed, I would also throw him in there as well. There's somebody else, but I'm seeing Raph Robertson. I would also
I was
throw
now
in
thinking
there.
Raph.
But that again is stemming out of the Calypso
Calypso.
beats and the discipline of learning jazz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As well as being classically trained. So, but always coming back to that Calypso. And one of the popular
wind instrument artist would consider himself a pioneer, but he's not. He's follow fashion. Anyway,
and here she bought a good, but she
end the
went
show.
teen
End
on them.
the show.
Anyway, it has been lovely being here with y'all. Please return next week. We'll be going back to school as we continue our celebration and commemoration of Calypso History Month. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm gonna blow some of your fucking minds. Ooh, when you see where the commerce is going. When you see where the commerce is going.
Maybe even the artist will learn.
Ooh. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an education, not Sparrow. Don't like that song, I've told you. Maybe that should be our final episode. Calypsos, I just don't fucking like. I just don't like that song. I just don't like it. Or maybe I could do that as a series on my Instagram or something. I don't like that shit in song. What is that? And let's dissect it to bits. You understand? It's things. This girl here is Gerelle Forbes. In the back we have Miss Shannon, Francois, and Mr. Wanky, the DJ.
Kewan, Wanky, Thomas
Batiste. I am Tyker Giselle. This has been Two Jammettes, live from the Jamette yard. It's
Beyond the tent.
beyond the tent. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you. Well, they'll see you next week. Pack it up like that.